everyone, I've been doing some high-end spending, which is quite unusual for me, but I had some birthday money and vouchers saved up just for the purpose, so I'm sharing with you everything I got today. I say everything I got, it's quite a little haul, a little petite haul, but with some really exciting things in it for me anyway. So I'm going to start with Space NK, which I bought 2 products from, and the first product was this. It's the Mio, I'm not quite sure how I pronounce it, Activist Firming Active Body Oil. Now if you saw my empties video with all my little samples in, I had a sample of this in it. Didn't know anything about it, I just picked it up in John Lewis when they were giving it out for free. Fell in love with it based on the sample, did a bit of research and decided to buy it. It's £29.50, so it is as I expected it to be, or more of the high end when I got the sample, because it's in quite a posh packet for a sample. How much is in there? That's 120 mils. And as I was picking up in Space NK actually, one of the people I was shopping with, which is Lola from YouTube, and she has a blog as well, she said this is the brand that, which one is it, Kylie or Kendall Jenner uses, must be Kendall Jenner, and has raved a lot about. Didn't know about that, so that was just a bit of a coincidence, but I absolutely love this product. I am using it every day already. It's basically just a body oil, but for me, with really dry skin, lots of uneven skin and just sensitive skin all over, it's been a really good product so far. You do have to let it set for a good 5 to 10 minutes once you put it on. It doesn't instantly absorb. You can't just get dressed straight away. You will end up with greasy marks all over if you do that, but every time I'm having a shower now, I'm slathering myself in this, letting it set for 5 to 10 minutes and really noticing the difference in the softness, the suppleness and the sort of unevenness of my skin. So I'm loving that so far. I expect I'm going to go through it quite quickly though, so for £29.50 I'm going to have to really think about repurchasing it each time. I'll see how long it lasts first and then decide, but I think that's going to be a regular repurchase, I suspect anyway. The other thing I got from Space NK for me is really exciting, if I can get it out of the bag. So I decided to invest in a Sunday Riley product, and I did my research and I got the Juno oil. So it's called Juno Hydroactive Cellular Face Oil. Now I sense a really long ramble coming on about this in just a simple haul video. This is £70, which is never ever something I expected I would be willing to spend on a skincare product, especially when I've never even tried a sample of it. But here's the ramble. I noticed, sorry about the siren by the way, typical. Anyway, so I noticed that a lot of the big YouTubers, the ones that sort of are full-time YouTubers, loads and loads of subscribers, like hundreds of thousands and the millions, all tend to talk about the same skincare brands, and I haven't tried them, so I can't say that they are good or bad or indifferent, but Emma Hardy, Ossegia, Carez, all those, and Sunday Riley. So when I see them all talk about them, I don't always pay attention to it. I take it with a pinch of salt. No disrespect to any of them, but probably, at least the first time they used it, they were sent it and didn't have to pay for it. And I find, well, I don't find, because I wouldn't know, but I expect it's really easy, or much easier, to recommend an expensive face product, skincare product, even makeup product when you haven't had to pay for it. Anyway, and I've got really sensitive skin, so again, I tend to try and avoid trying lots of different brands of skincare, and if I do buy something new, I try and pay close attention to the ingredients. Nowadays I do anyway. So when I saw everyone talking about the Sunday Riley, and when I realised how expensive it was, I was like, probably just another hyped up product that I'm not going to buy into. However, then I saw Sunday Riley herself get interviewed on Pixie Woo's channel when they do their Tuesday chats, is it called? And I found it absolutely fascinating. I wished the interview had been longer. So from what I remember of the talk, and I've watched it a few times through now, Sunday Riley is a chemist. She's a trained chemist, that's her trade. But she calls herself a cosmetic chemist. I think that's a thing, I don't know. And she decided to create a range of skincare that was really natural, really organic, and really good for you. You know, not just to make your skin look good, but it actually is really good for your skin in the long term. One of the reasons it's so expensive is because of that, because all the ingredients are fresh and organic. And another thing she said is that she has to make them in such small batches because they're organic, and because they're so fresh. So she makes such a small batch so that it's not sitting on the shelves of shops for months and months at a time, so that it doesn't go off basically. So when I realised that, and I could see, you know, the the rationale behind the price, it made me much more interested, especially when she's talked about this product. I know I'm going on for ages, but you know, I've spent 70 quid on it, I need to justify it to myself. So the reason I decided to get this one, she recommends it for sensitive skin. It's got no essential oils in it, so that's one of the reasons she recommends it for sensitive skin, which incidentally makes it pregnancy suitable as well, if that's something that's a concern to you. So what's in it? It's blackberry seed, this is the key ingredients, blackberry seed oil, blueberry seed oil, cranberry seed oil, red raspberry seed oil, black cumin seed, wild carrot seed and broccoli seed. And what it claims to do is give obsession-worthy radiance and skin protective benefits from a unique blend of antioxidant-rich superfood seed oils. So it's basically a really high vitamin diet for your skin. Haven't started using yet. What I do plan to do is a full review on my blog. But obviously I want to give it a good few months of trying it out before I do that. But just look at the packaging as well. Let me show you. So it comes in a box like this that you take off like that, and the actual product looks beautiful. It's sort of purple and yellow, sort of two-tone. I think it's just yellow, and that purple bit is actually just coloured glass. I've heard they smell really dodgy, and this is the first time smelling it. Let me smell it actually. Okay. Yep, it smells like you're putting some salad dressing on your face. But something she said in her video is that she doesn't add any fragrances to it. So yes, some of them may smell a bit dodgy, but it's definitely a smell I could get used to. But what you can smell is the naturalness in it. It just smells like, you know when you've got a salad with some dressing and pepper on it and you get that sort of fragrant, spicy smell from it? That's what it smells like to me. We'll see how it goes, but I'm excited to try that out, and do keep an eye out on my blog towards the end of the year if you want to see a full review on that. Is that the longest explanation of a product in a haul ever? Probably. So let's move on to what I got in Selfridges. Now, this isn't a new product. You're going to have known about this and heard about it and probably even used it yourself, but I decided to invest in the Nars Sheer Glow foundation. If you saw my video at the beginning of the year, one of my makeup goals for the year was to try a couple of these really raved about foundations that, from having heard about them, I think I would really enjoy, and this is one of them. So I finally got around to buying it. I decided to get it in Mont Blanc, which is light 2. I was shopping with beauty bloggers, so that is always helpful, and it was actually April who recommended I got this colour. She'd tried out a few colours herself and finally got the right shade, and having compared it to some of the ones in my current collection, it does look really, really similar. Haven't tried it yet, looking forward to trying it. That costs 20 something pounds, I think. £31 that costs for 30 mils, which is pretty standard size. Did buy the pump. Everyone knows, or everyone moans about the fact that it doesn't come with a pump. Ugh, can't even get it off. So it just comes with a normal lid. So I did buy the pump to go in it as well, which was £3. Slightly irritating. You'd think they would have changed that by now, wouldn't you? But I think the same is the case with a few of the MAC foundations as well. The only thing about that annoys me is it's not going to be suitable for travel, because once this is in there, this doesn't fit over the top of it. So you either have to keep taking it in and out, which is messy, enable you to travel with it, or if you want to store it flat. Otherwise you're just going to have to leave the lid off and store it with the pump upright on your dressing table somewhere. But I'm looking forward to trying it. I think it's going to be a foundation that I like. I will be disappointed if I don't know, because it's been something I've been wanting to try for so long. Finally, I didn't actually buy this from Selfridges. I got it from House of Fraser, but you can buy it in Selfridges, and this is a lipstick. I was looking for an everyday pink that I can just wear all the time. I'm actually wearing this one today, and this is the Bobbi Brown Creamy Lip Colour in Pink Tulip. I was in MAC for ages. I literally stood there swatching all the way up my arm for about 10 minutes, and I know not every MAC has all of the collection on display in their testers, but I just couldn't find an everyday pink. And I'd had a little look in Selfridges. I was quite keen on either trying a Charlotte Tilbury or a Tom Ford. Tom Ford were just so expensive I couldn't quite bring myself to do it. And then the next day I had a little browse in Bobbi Brown and saw this absolutely beautiful colour. Love the packaging as well. It's so sleek. It's square, black and shiny. Lovely satisfying clip when you take it off. My sister-in-law said, oh, I love the fact it's got a round tip instead of a pointed one, but actually for me that's slightly irritating because I don't have very full lips. So it can mean that I get them a bit round, overdraw them by accident in other words, but you can get around that by using a lip brush. But the actual colour of it and the formula is gorgeous for every day. It's on the sheer side, but as you can see, still with plenty of pigment in, and I just think that is a gorgeous everyday colour that you can just throw on with any makeup look. and it is really, really creamy, so easy to apply. Don't know on the longevity of it yet. This is literally the first time I put it on my face today. But if it's really good, you may see it pop up in a favourites, and otherwise it may be on my blog if I decide to do a little review of it, although I haven't taken pictures of it yet, I've just used it, so maybe not. So anyway, that was the last item in my little high-end haul, so I hope you've enjoyed it. Do comment down below if you've tried any of those products, or you've got any advice for me about them, especially this one. Let me know if you have used this, because I'm so keen to find out what this is like. I'm going to actually save it till the 1st of September and start it then, so that I can remember how long I've used it for, if that makes sense. But give the video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe for weekly videos, and I will see you next time. Bye.